All right, I want to do a quick video of some of my favorite tips and tricks and things I've learned and things I do to kind of get data and stuff. So first one I want to talk about is the Snip Tool. You see the Snip Tool right here. Snip Tool is a great resource to grab something on a screen and put it wherever you want it. If it's not, what you're going to do is type snip. Snipping tool is right there. You'll see it pop up. Now I have mine on the bottom of my thing right here. So I pin it. So if I were to unpin it, it wouldn't be there. I type snip tool, snipping. It's going to pop up. I'm going to pin it right here. So it's here. So it's always pinned. And I'm going to move it over here to where I'm used to having it. And whenever I close it out, it's going to stay there. I do the same thing with my calculator. I don't know if you've ever seen me in videos. I have a billion calculators. And I love my calculator. So I always have a calculator up. And I always have it pinned, so no matter what, I'll have a calculator always available to me if I need to do it. So Snip Tool is great. Snip Tool lets you go up and you can just pick what you want. So I'm going to pick this little circle right here. This is my phone calls made by offices. As of today, there's the offices that made them, the phone numbers and how many calls. So I'm going to edit this, copy right here, going to go to blank Microsoft Word, and I'm just going to paste it in there. I can move it around, shrink it, make it bigger, whatever else. I could paste it directly in Microsoft Teams if I was using that or some other application. I can also go to my snip tool and do a new snip. It's only going to let you do what's on the screen, so I can't snip underneath this unless I was to close out my snip and then minimize that. So don't save that and then bring up a new snip. That lets me do it. And if I do the wrong thing, I just do new snip. I get what I want. I can draw on it. I can say, oh my gosh, 26 calls and it's only not even 11 o'clock for Hope. Great job. I can put a little smiley face. I want to put a smiley face. And just, I could highlight offices that are doing great. Dave Ward is doing phenomenal for this early morning, and just copy that. Again, I would just go to Microsoft Word or go to some place where I want to paste it, put it there, put it directly in Teams. I have no problem. I'm just going to, for my snip tool, copy it, and that copy lets me paste it where I want to go. Snip, always use it all the time. It's great, love it. So let's talk about Excel for just a minute. What I want to do here is go through Excel. I've got a couple Excel files here. This is, if I highlight all the cells, I can right click and it's going to make the cells as big as I want them to be. If I don't want them to be so big, I can go in and I can format the cells. And if I go to align, I can hit wrap. What wrap means, if I make the cell shorter, now gotta apply it, wrap cells. If I make it'll space them down for me, so it'll make it bigger. So if I wanted it to condense them down, if they're on wrap, it'll shrink them to where I want them to be. And so that is a great way to be able to go and do that. And I can customize them however I want. I can just double click. I don't have to keep doing that. I can just move it around. So this lets me go here. We're going to talk about sorting data. So if I want to sort, I pick the categories that I want to sort. So I want to sort all of these categories. I can click over here, sort and filter. I'm going to sort the categories. Now, right here, it says my field has headers. So if I click this, office is the top line. It's going to sort by whatever field I want to sort by. If I don't check this, then it's going to actually put office in the middle alphabetically, move it around. So I want to say sort by office. So I keep office at the top. It's going to put my offices in that order. Now this is important for me because what I want to do is I want to take another list that I have for my offices, this and revenue list for a short period of time. And what I want to do is I want to take this. I want to sort this by the same thing. Sort it by office. It's going to move it around and get it in the right order, so we know we're in the same order. Because now I can just take these fields here. I can let's just pick the ones I want. I'm going to take these fields, I'm going to copy them, and I'm going to go back over here to my other report that I was in, and I'm just going to paste them in. And now I'll combine both of my reports into one report, so I can do that, sort what I want to do, and kind of go through that process. So sort it first. I don't want this category here, so I'm just going to delete that line if I don't want that line. Maybe today I only want to focus on total clients, and I want to focus on new clients. I'm not worried about prior year since we're still a little behind on where we are with day of the week. So I just want to focus on those, and I want to focus on my fees. So I'm going to delete. I want to make these a little bigger so I can see what these are. Tells me, well, I'm going to highlight them all. It's going to tell me what I'm dealing with. Here is my current year, prior year. So let's get rid of prior year for today. I can hide it or I can delete it. If I hide it, it's still there. So I can hide my prior year here. If I want to hide this column, I would just hide it, or I can delete it. But what I like to do is I like to come in here, and I like to have a category for my average discount. So I do this for each tax pro, average discount, and I make sure I have that wrapped so I can get it formatted better so it'll spread out. Average discount, a little bit bigger. All right, so this equals my gross average charge minus my net average charge. Gives me my thing. It's the same number. If I click this little box right here in the corner, click and hold and drop down, it'll copy that formula all the way down for me. So it copies the formula, so I just got to do it once. It's not a problem at all. Not really worried about this, so I'm going to just delete that. Virtual components, great, highly important, but I don't want all this extra verbiage. So I'm going to pull some of this out and just make this cleaner. And this tells me my virtual, I'm just going to get rid of that, I think. So bring this over here. I'm going to wrap this format, wrap that baby. I can do them all at one time, and that's going to let me shrink it down and put it on the same category. So so let's talk about one other cool little thing that I just recently played around with, learned is I'm going to insert some columns here. They need to be next to it. So I want this to be, I've got a lot of data here that I want to pull out. So I'm going to pull out some data. I want to pull out my office number and then pull out my office address. So I'm going to put that there. And then if I hit Control E, it's going to pull that out of all of them. So it just pulled everything out, dissected that for me. I can go even deeper if I want to. I don't have to do all of it. I could just say, what I could do is give me the office, give me the address. I'm going to pull this out. So I just say, all I want is this, copy, do that. And it's just going to pull out my middle and leave my city and state behind. So you can do this with first name, last name. You can, if you've got employees or other things you need to filter, but it's going to let you just kind of go that way so you can sort it. But you've got to be next to it. But if I want this to be, I want this to be here. I'm going to do this right here, hit Control E. Oops, right here, Control E. It's going to give it all for me. Don't want that, and I'm just going to hide this data here. So here's my office address, the returns they did, prior, total, new, gross average, GAC, NAC, discount, and virtual components. And I could put my products in here, whatever I want. If I want it to look pretty, I can go up here, highlight it, insert to a table. And now I've got there, call this office. You can do all kinds of neat sort of things within a table. You can exclude certain things, pull things out, go into there. But this gives me a nice format. Then I'm going to take this, I'm going to snip it, and I'm going to go post it and share it with my team. So I got this, got my data, I'm going to go share my data. So easy way just to access things. You can do any kind of formula you want. If I want to auto sum, I push that button to auto sum. It's going to auto sum for me. I can type any formula in Excel you want. You just do equals this plus this. It's going to give me that formula. It's going to tell me where it is and just add those numbers up, or equals my if I wanted to say, hey, well, let's do this. I'm going to write a fancy program here. I'm going to go equals this times this. It's going to give me my revenue for the office. Now I'm going to drag this down. It's going to do the same thing for every office. So I dragged it down. So it just gave me this times that, and then it's going to give that row gave me that. So you drag it down, that one does off C, D, just kind of goes off the number 6 all the way down. So that gives me my revenue by office. If I want to auto sum this, I can click auto sum. It's going to add up this revenue for this window here. If I want to say equals this amount divided by the total number of returns. Tells me my overall gross average charge. My overall gross average charge is this amount here. So, so just kind of ways to play with formulas in Excel. If you don't know how to play with formulas, you can do this on bank statements for clients or anything that you want to do. So thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Snip is a great tool. How to use this, Control E is great. Just fun stuff.